Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about Manifesting 101. I'm going to do a quick video on Manifesting 101 because I want to start going to war on a bunch of little things so we can start knowing what's going on in our surroundings right now. Now, manifesting. Now, it's going to be hard to do this, which I don't like to say that word because nothing is hard. But to a certain degree, due to the fact that the programs and intellectual properties that everybody is under, like as far as just getting up and going to work every day, celebrating holidays, all kind of shit, it's gonna be kind of hard to actually have the right ideas in the right space, in the right mind frame, which is a space that you have to give squares to, start aligning things to. So here's the thing. I'm gonna give an example. Let's just put a car. You got a specific car that you want. Now it could be anything. This could be a relationship, a person, place, or thing. But in this metaphor, in this example I'm giving, is a car. So this is the thing. So a car. So you got the idea now of this car. Now, this is the power that God gave you, and people misrepresent it every day, and it makes me sick. Because this is what God did, and He gave you the power to be able to do the same thing. Now, just because you're in this physical, you may have to experience a little more. It may take a little bit more time, a little bit more things into density, a little bit more added things in order to get to point C. Because point A is the idea, point B is the experience, the time, the obstacles, the road blockages, you know what I'm saying, which you cannot see on the other side, and point C is the promised land. So must I repeat, you must remember, you can never get from point A, to point C without going through point B. Remember that. You can never get to point C without going through point B. And if you know a way, ain't even no point for you to be in this density. Either kill yourself, or what the fuck is you even doing here? See what I'm saying? Because even me bringing myself down here, I had to learn. I'm here to learn to a certain degree. So whatever you've learned, you can teach. This is the learning. This is the school. This is the snake pit. This is the school of hard knocks realm. School of hard knocks, that's real. This is the school of hard, solid physicality knocks, echoes, information that's bouncing off solid things, solid material. See what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even be able to teach if I haven't learned, or be reawoken, or be reawakened, or to say I'm alive. See what I'm saying? So when we talk about having an idea of the car, now you have to start giving it some merit, some season. Because an idea, you can have a million ideas. Ideas not even within time. God created you with an idea. God is the idea. It's not God isn't a idea. God is the idea. Understand that. So an idea, you have millions. That's not even dealing with time. You can have a million of ideas in a split second. So that's not even lineage. It's curvage. So when you have an idea, you want to put focus on an idea. And in this case, we want a car. We want the specific car. Whatever your car, special car you want, let's give it that now. Let's give it some merit. Let's give it some focus. Let's give it some attention. Now you're adding weight to it, adding density, adding your soul, adding emotions, adding feelings, how you feel about this car. So now we have to be careful with what programs you in your soul realm. Don't be attaching feelings and emotions like, oh, but I can never get in that car. Don't be attaching emotions and feelings because, look, you're creating your existence. You're creating your manifestation. Understand that. Damn. I don't give a fuck what you've seen. I don't give a fuck what you experienced in this hell density. Goddamn, you're going to have to experience a lot more of it if you don't understand you the one manifesting these experiences. See what I'm saying? So now, when you motherfucker put the emotions and the feelings on the idea, you start to get that idea merit. And when you give it attention, and the longer you think about it, you have to give it experience and time, either to have it, emotions and feelings behind it. So now that's drawing it into a higher density, but a lower density from where it was at. And it's bringing it into the fluid realm. Right? Because you feel a certain way about it. So, like I said, make sure you know what consciousness pool you're putting it in. What water, what fluid you putting in. What soul realm you putting it in. What emotions, what feelings you putting in. What kind of thoughts you putting it in. From the mind, from your moon, from the water, from your mother. The idea came from the sun, your father. What you could see. What you could think of. That's the idea. The mood that you give it is your mother. The father is the son. He gave you the idea. The moon is the mother. Now, this is a lower density I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about God anymore. This is when it broke down the frequency. But still, it's all related to the same thing. So you can understand it in your world. So when you do rise to that one world to talk about the world, I'll be talking about the best way you could possibly can. You can get there. But back in this world, you're up under the sun and the moon. You're up under two lights. You're up under light and dark. You're up under the father and mother. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about it, the sun, you have the idea. You give it the emotions and feelings. Now you're starting to make it an illusion. You're starting to have a dream about it. You're starting to have an imagination about it. Creativity about it. Talking about the moon. You start to put it in cycles. Start to work on it. Come back to it you know what I'm saying? It comes back to you every month. You know what I'm saying? This idea, this feeling that you actually want to see, that you want to create, that you want to manifest in this world for you. You know what I'm saying? The goal you're working towards. You know what I'm saying? Whoo! Don't tell me everybody ain't got no motherfucking period. Don't tell me everybody ain't got no motherfucking mood swings. But goddamn, let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Now with the emotions and the feelings and the soul and all that, now you gave the idea merit. Now it gained weight. It's like if somebody drunk a whole bunch of water real quick, their stomach gonna be bloated. That's what you gave this idea. This idea is like a water balloon now. You know what I'm saying? So now it can come into your realm of reality. Now, like I said, say if it's this card. Now, say all your emotions and the feelings that you give it was positive. You didn't add no doubt to it, no discouragement to it. You had all the feelings like, damn, that is my car. It feel good to drive this car, regardless of what car you in, regardless of what shoes you walking in, regardless of what bus you catching, regardless of what job you work at. You getting in that motherfucking new E-Class, you getting into that new Bentley, you getting into that new fucking Benz, you getting into that new Rolls Royce, you getting into that new Cadillac Escalade. That's what the fuck you getting into. No matter what door you walked into. You might have had to take out the trash at work. You was going to check on your motherfucking car. That's what you was doing. That wasn't no trash bag you was carrying. You was carrying a whole bunch of supplies to your car that you may have to wipe off your rims or something. It's just a bunch of old sponges and shit that you had to throw away at the time. You was just checking on your car and you was going back in the job. You wasn't taking out the fucking trash. You better believe that. You best to believe that. You know what I'm saying? Now, it takes a strong mind, though, to stay in these mind frames. Because I know the reality is powerful. The left brain is powerful. The programs you in is powerful. God damn it, make you walk outside taking out that trash at work like, God damn, man, this is a bad fucking situation. It's going to take me this fucking, you going to get in the left brain shit. Oh, man, I make this much every 2 weeks, so it's going to take me this amount of months to get this much. It's going to take me this amount of, whole bunch of income tax for me to save up and for me to get this, card. And then to the point you got a whole lines of other bullshits. To the point that you might not end up ever having that car. You might end up having to be satisfied with what the hoop-de-doop you got. And have to look at that like it's something. Even though that's in a lower density of the same type of way of manifesting. But I'm trying to give it to you on a higher frequency. So you can manifest faster. So you don't have to go through 1,000 stupid ass cars to get to your dream car. You can get from this car straight to your motherfucking dream car. Which is the only example right now. I don't even like to get too materialistic, but goddamn, if you want something to pleasure yourself on earth, you on earth. Ain't nothing goddamn wrong with that. Don't ever tell somebody you don't deserve something on this earth because it's material or physical. You on this motherfucking earth, ain't you? Shit. Learn something. Now, when you give it merit, right? Emotions and feelings. Like I said, you ain't taking out your motherfucking trash. You ain't doing that at work. Or you ain't catching a bus. You walking because you walking to the bus stop to get to work every day because your car in the shop. And the shop is taking too fucking long to get your shit together. So you might gotta go home, you know what I'm saying, write down a few numbers, go in a few newspapers to see what shop got your shit, to you know, work on that every day to know who got your shit, so you can keep calling, you know what I'm saying, calling little detail shops, seeing how much they cost to get cars painted and shit like that. But really you calling them to see, is you done with my fucking paint job? That's what you really calling them for. Listen, it's deep. Once you get into it in your own path, you'll know how to do it, how not to do it, and how to play and jump rope, how to not let people look at you like you in an illusion, and how to be witty with it, and to the way that you start leading by example, and people start seeing you get what the fuck you getting. You know what I'm saying? Now, you gave the emotions and the feelings, and make sure you watch those. So it's all positive and shit like that. So now, something happens. See, something happens with the yang, because the solid comes last. It's the spirit, the soul, then the representations of those become solid. And then that's last, the yang. So what happens here, which the yin and yang, that's a higher frequency, those both at the same time. But when we talk about the spirit, the soul, and the body comes last. It's the spirit, the idea, the gas, the space. Then it's the soul, the fluid, the time, the experience, the feelings and emotions. Then the representations of those through experience become solid into density, and that's your physical representation of it. How you look, your body, what you're touching, you know what I'm saying, that you, and what you're seeing, and that what you're seeing from your inside and bringing it in the outside. How you see the world when you open your motherfucking eyes. Everything you seeing, nigga, that's in the inside. That's not on the outside. The more you get left brain and make it external, and the programs you into, you're gonna make it more external. But certain things don't have to be external. The shit that's external is the shit. The shit that's external is the shit that you supposed to manifest for your pleasures, your heaven. If you experiencing hell, it's because you living in hell inside. So you manifest that externally. You doing the shit. Ain't nobody else doing the shit. You doing the shit. Understand that. I need y'all to rise with me. It's for my soul group. But look, you know what I'm saying? As far as that, when you give it merit and idea, like something happens in the physical realm. You start seeing representations of it. It's like you confuse the quantum field. You make the quantum field feel like this. Okay, this person has a good idea, is feeling emotional in a positive way about something, but the physical representation isn't actually experiencing that. So the universe is going to force an alignment. It's going to make the physical representation. It's going to make the physical representation move into alignment with the expression of the idea and the feeling. Now you're doing this all day. Remember that. So if you have ideas and feelings and emotions that represent a bunch of cloudiness and stupid shit, then you're gonna see physical representations of that. Now both of those, the shorter the experience, the longer the experience, depends on what density and what kind of programs you in. You know what I'm saying? Now, because like for an example, what kind of programs and densities you in, when you have the idea, have the emotion and feeling behind it, when it starts to manifest into the yang realm, into the physical realm, it may take days or weeks or years or 10 years or decades, or when you but that's because it's due to the programs and densities that you may be carrying that in. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be clear, have a clear mind. You gotta understand. That's why I'm glad I'm here. You gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? What you're actually doing. Now that you understand what you're actually doing, you know how to put that realm of reality in its right place. You know how to put that geometrical circle in the right place. So then when you start using your left brain, you have the right direction where to go. You have the right geometrical shape where to put it. You have the right analytical, the right mathematics behind it. And you don't have it under somebody else's intellectual property program. You see what I'm saying? That's the real connecting the right and left brain. Fuck just using one more than the other. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the art of one-on-one manifesting. You know what I'm saying? And then don't worry about the experience, because it just may be due to the fact the density you in. That's another video that I'm gonna break down on that, where I'm gonna teach you how to lighten up your densities, lighten up your experiences, so you can get to point A through point B a lot faster to witness the promised land, point C. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, we have to baby feed, baby steps, so you can get one concept and not be clouded by a bunch of concepts all at once and being scattered. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, the idea, giving it merit, emotions and feelings, that's putting soul to it. Soul food, putting your foot in the food, make sure it's blessed, make sure it's good for everybody eating, be full, and they ain't even have to eat much. You know what I'm saying? Grandma know how to put her soul into her ideas. You know what I'm saying? And then something happened. It's just her actions just made her know how to put the right seasons in it physically. The emotions and feelings just made her know when to cut the fire down and let it simmer just at the right time. God damn it, God damn it. Flat boss. Air.